Hi folks, in this episode I'm going to do something a bit different. Instead of building an antenna, I'm going to see if this thing actually helps increase my antenna's reception. Was this worth buying? Let's hop to it. I almost always enjoy reading all of your comments. A lot of times I get some great suggestions and ideas, like this one from Bolin 1914. They wanted to know if I've ever tried the cheap USB signal boosters that are available online. I actually never have, but now I'm curious to know if these are effective at all. Thanks, Bolin 1914, for the great idea. Okay, hold up. A bit of advice for you. Be sure to watch this entire video, as the tests I ran had some crazy results and it may not make sense until you watch everything until the very end. I went to Amazon and looked for the cheapest USB TV antenna amplifier I could buy. Here's the winner. It's from a company called Jag Trade. They advertise this as a digital HD TV signal amplifier booster for cable antenna. It says, this amplifier can make your antenna get more channels. Well, that sounds perfect. The price is around $7, so it seems to be worth the investment. A few days later, my booster arrived. It was pretty much as I expected. The case is built solidly and the leads are lightweight. I'm guessing the wires are about 12 gauge in thickness. The USB power lead and the cable leads are both 19 inches long. It also comes with this plug adapter, which feels kind of tinny and very lightweight. I won't need it anyway. I'm going to run the first test using my hoop antenna. I know that this is a very good antenna and it will pick up multiple signals in multiple directions. In order to get a good readout, I will run everything through my Ematic tuner unit, which gives signal strength in percentages. I hook up the antenna to the tuner, attach the tuner out HDMI port to the TV, and run a channel scan to get a baseline. I'm receiving 43 channels. Now let's take a look at what kind of signal strength the antenna is pulling in. I pick out 5 channels to use to compare. Some of the stations, like channel 5, are fairly close and powerful. Others, like channel 4 and 62, are more difficult to receive. If we look at the chart, you can see that channel 4 is receivable, but only coming in at 45%. Channel 62 is at 49%, channel 47 is 55%, channel 40 is 50%, and channel 5 is strong at 85%. Now I plug in the booster. The unit has a blue indicator LED showing that it's powered up. I attach the antenna to the booster and run another scan. The new scan numbers are interesting. Channel 4 is still at 45%. Channel 62 is now reading 0 signal, and so is channel 47. Channel 40 is up a bit to 58%, and channel 5 is still steady at 85%. Overall, the antenna has actually decreased in reception. With the booster attached, I'm only picking up 35 stations rather than the 43 stations the non-amplified antenna was getting. Maybe the booster just doesn't like my hoop antenna, so I'll switch out to the tri-tenna. This design is more powerful but still able to pick up signals from multiple directions. And now repeat the tests. First I scan using the unamplified antenna, then I rescan with the amplifier attached. The results are also perplexing. The unamplified tri-tenna got channels 4 and 62 with 49% signal strength each. Channel 47 also pulls in 49%. Channel 40 is 52%, and channel 5 is 80%. With the amplifier attached, the numbers start to really change. Now channels 4, 62, 47, and 40 are all 0 reception. Channel 5 is still at 80%. The unamplified tri-tenna also received a total of 43 stations, but with the booster attached, the number went down to only 15. I repeated the test, and once again the results were very close. Right now it appears that the booster is actually hindering reception. Let me go back and reread the description on the Amazon website. There's a bunch of information here. Here's something interesting. It says, we do not recommend using this amplifier if your house is very close to the broadcast tower and the signal is already very strong. The amplifier may cause self-oscillations and result in fewer signals received. That seems to be what's happening here. By using a multi-directional antenna, I may be creating a situation where the signals are canceling out each other and actually reducing my reception. In order to test out this theory, I changed the antenna again, this time to my pi pan reflector antenna. By using the reflector, I can focus the reception beam and hopefully reduce any signals that are causing the problem. Once again, I start by hooking up the antenna directly to the tuner. I deliberately aim the dish towards a direction that doesn't have a lot of local reception signals, and I run another scan. This unamplified antenna is picking up 38 stations. Channel 4 is at 44%, channel 62 is at 60%, channel 47 is at 67%, channel 40 is at 53%, and channel 5 is at 80%. Hooking up the amplifier to this antenna now gives much different results. I'm now back up to receiving 43 stations, which is much better than what I've been getting with the booster attached. Focusing the reception beam seems to help clear up the signal oscillations the other antennas were experiencing, but notice that channel 4 is no longer able to be received. Actually, that's because the antenna just isn't pointed in the channel 4 transmitter's direction. Channel 62 is still at 60%, channel 47 is down slightly to 62%, channel 40 is up from 53 to 69%, and channel 5 is still at 80%. Now here's the interesting thing. I'm aiming the antenna towards a distant station, channel 2, which is over 65 miles away. It is a very difficult channel to receive even for my strongest antennas. In the past, I have been able to get this station with this antenna without a booster, but not in the summer with all the trees and leaves blocking the signal. Currently, it's the end of June. When I scan with the booster activated, I am actually picking up this station. The signal is only at 38% and it is subject to picture breakup, but without the booster, I can't receive this station at all. I guess that this proves that, even though it's inexpensive, this booster is actually helping pull in signals. I'm not certain if it's increasing gain by 25 decibels as the ad claims, but it is working. If you buy this, just remember, like it says in their ad, this will really only work in areas that have weaker reception. If you have strong signals, it could actually reduce your reception. Though this booster does work, is this the best solution? Probably not. If you have a weak signal, pre-boosters that are located at the antenna rather than at the TV are always a better performer. Although they cost more and are more complicated to install, they are worth the time and the investment. So where would this inexpensive amplifier work best? If you mount your antenna right near your TV on a short length of coax, this would probably work for you. If you own a boat or a camper without an antenna set up, this might be nice to have in your kit. If you're in an area with poor reception, you could try using this to help boost your signal. I actually have an RCA booster in my Flagstaff A-frame camper, and I have used it a few times. Once again, I'd like to thank Bolin 1914 for the idea. As a special thanks to them, if they want to contact me with their mailing address, I will gladly send them this unit. It's already been tested and we know it works. My email is in the description. So how about high-fiving that like icon? Jingle the notification bell. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider it. Keep your comments and ideas coming. And until next time, keep watching TV.